Sophia thought it would be just another ordinary anniversary day. She didn't expect everything to change in a single moment. I meticulously planned the revelation, gathering all our friends and relatives. During the dinner, I stood up and began my speech. I always believed that love and honesty are the foundation of any relationship. Our relationship with Sophia seemed perfect: romance, trust, and a shared desire to build a strong family. We spent a lot of time together, planned our future, and made life plans. But one day, I discovered something that shattered my illusions. This is a story about how love can turn into hatred and a thirst for revenge when betrayal is at stake. This video is made to be pleasant to listen to anywhere, in the car, during dinner, on a walk, or just relaxing. So enjoy the story, wherever you are. I woke up early in the morning, feeling a sense of anxiety. Sophia was still peacefully sleeping next to me, her long chestnut hair spread out like a fan on the pillow. I slowly got up from the bed, trying not to wake her, and went to the kitchen to make coffee. At that moment, I had no idea that this day would change my entire life. Carefully preparing 2 cups of coffee, I returned to the bedroom, hoping to enjoy a quiet morning moment with my wife. I placed the cups on the bedside table and gently woke Sophia. "Good morning, darling," I said, smiling. "Good morning, my love," she replied, stretching and smiling back. Sophia reached for her cup of coffee, and everything seemed normal, but a sudden message on her phone, lying nearby, caught my attention. The message was from an unknown number, and I accidentally saw its content: "I miss you. When will we meet again?" My heart sank. I felt a surge of suspicion but didn't show it. "Who's texting you so early?" I asked, trying to sound indifferent. Sophia took the phone, quickly read the message, and blushed, putting it back. "Oh, it's just a colleague, nothing important," she replied, avoiding my gaze. I pretended not to notice anything unusual, but doubts had already started growing inside me. Over the following weeks, I noticed more and more oddities. Sophia began staying late at work often, her phone was always on silent, and she started avoiding intimacy. "Are you staying late again today?" I asked one evening. "Yes, we have a lot of work," she replied without looking me in the eyes. I understood that something was wrong and decided to find out the truth. I turned to my old friend David, who worked in a private detective agency. David agreed to help and started following Sophia. A few days later, David handed me photos and videos of Sophia meeting with a certain man in an expensive restaurant. My insides were boiling with rage, but I decided to act calmly. "Are you sure this is all true?" I asked David. "Yes, friend, I saw them together several times. They are definitely more than just colleagues," he replied. I decided to play out my revenge. Carefully planning everything, using the photos and videos David provided, I created fake evidence showing that Sophia not only met with another man but led a double life. I fabricated a correspondence where Sophia discussed future plans with her lover, including their joint move to another city. "This has to look believable," I told myself, working on the fake messages. I knew that a simple confrontation wasn't enough. I wanted Sophia to feel the same pain I did. I decided to make the revelation public. I chose the day of our anniversary for my plan. Inviting all our mutual friends and relatives to dinner, I announced that I had an important message. Sophia was surprised but happy, thinking it was a surprise for our anniversary. "You did so well, I'm so glad you organized something," she said, hugging me. "I have something special for you," I replied with a cold smile. During dinner, when all the guests gathered in our cozy living room, I stood up and began my speech. I started by thanking everyone for coming and then said that I had an important message concerning me and Sophia. I turned on the projector and started showing photos and videos. At first, the guests didn't understand what was happening, but as the frames replaced each other, the faces of those present became more and more serious. The screen displayed images of Sophia with her lover, followed by the fake messages. Sophia was in shock. She couldn't believe her eyes. "It's a lie. This can't be true," she screamed, addressing the guests. The guests began whispering, and tension filled the room. I finished the presentation and calmly said, "Sophia, I trusted you with all my heart, but you betrayed me. I want everyone to know the truth." Sophia tried to justify herself, but the fake evidence was too convincing. "Please, listen to me, it's not what you think," she pleaded, but her tears and pleas didn't make any impression on the guests. She realized that I had carefully planned my revenge and that she wouldn't get out of this situation easily. "You destroyed everything," she whispered to me as the guests began to leave. "You did it yourself," I replied coldly. After the public exposure, Sophia's reputation was ruined. Her friends and relatives turned away from her, and she lost her job. I, on the other hand, felt some satisfaction, but my soul was still torn to pieces. Revenge didn't bring the relief I expected. Every evening, lying alone in my bed, I recalled the best moments of our relationship. Our first meeting, our first date, our wedding, all these memories seemed so distant and unattainable. I thought about how our life would have been if it weren't for this betrayal. Could we ever return to those happy days? Deep down, I knew it was impossible, but I still couldn't stop dreaming. Several weeks later, I accidentally ran into the man Sophia had betrayed me with. He looked worried and nervous as he approached me. "I would like to talk," he said, coming closer. I didn't know what to expect, but I agreed to listen to him. "I didn't know she was married," he began. "When I found out, I immediately cut off all contact with her. I'm sorry for the pain I caused you." His words sounded sincere, but I didn't know if I could trust him. In any case, it didn't matter anymore. I decided to leave the past behind and move on. Apologies for possible mistakes in dubbing or text. I'm not a native speaker and am still learning. If you notice something that can be corrected, please let me know. The dubbing of this video is done with the help of artificial intelligence to make the content more accessible and engaging. Your support and feedback in the comments are important motivation for me. They help improve content quality and inspire new ideas. If you like what you hear, subscribe to the channel not to miss new releases. It took several months before I found the strength to start a new life. I moved to another city, started a new job, and tried to forget everything that had happened. Of course, the memories still came back, but over time, the pain became less intense. I realized that it's important not to dwell on the past but to strive for a new beginning. It's essential to learn from your mistakes and move forward no matter what. This story taught me a lot. I realized that even after the worst betrayal, you can find the strength for a new beginning. The main thing is not to let pain and hatred destroy your life. Life goes on, and every day is a chance to start anew.